Hi everybody, happy Monday after the Super Bowl. It was a good game. We had a good party. Everybody showed up. How many showed up, Deb? All of us?
Yeah, I think so.
How many total?
2.
Me and you? It was
That's
fun.
all we needed.
It was fun, wasn't
Exactly,
it?
yeah.
You got all your
It's great fun.
You got all your little goodies, and I got my goodies, and we got leftover goodies.
The game was great, and so
The game was great, and
well, considering, yeah.
we were just until halftime. We still thought Mahomes was coming back in a whim. So it was in the third quarter we just realized he wasn't going to be able to make it up. The sad thing was they got rough on him. When they knew they were going to win, they roughed him up. And we didn't think that was very good. So other than that, it was a good game. And there was a lot of mistakes on both sides, but it was fun to watch. So good day in the shop today. Having fun, enjoying this, working on the plow. Got a lot done today on it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm bending up the irons for the plow frame and bolting some of them together. So I'm just bolting these here, and I want the plow frame to look similar to how the real one looks. So I want to put all the different layers of the frame together and bolt it where it shows it being bolted on this one. So this is the piece right here that will go up there behind the hitch. That piece right there, and that piece. So you can see, just to get you a little idea where I'm at, those two bolts, that bolt and that bolt are these two bolts right here. And so then it bends right there, and there's two more bolt holes, and those are right there. And then this, just to kind of give you an idea, this piece is this piece here that will go into the frame, the main beam. And then so those two bolt holes right there hook to this piece that goes all the way back to the fourth bottom and over to the frame. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm building this piece that bolts up here, right there. So that goes straight back, and that goes back to the fourth bottom. So I'll set that down and show you where it goes here. So that will go on these two holes here, and that will get bolted right there. So that's the first large piece of the frame that I'm working on. It goes all the way back and will hook to the main plow tube, square tubing beam. So what I'm doing right now is after it goes back, straight back here from there, a piece I just showed you, it has to turn. It doesn't make a 90. You can see it's not 90 degrees, but it's maybe 85. And then that curves over with another piece over to the frame, and that bolts to there. So then that's the next step that I'm working on right now, is that main beam that goes there, and it goes over to the frame. So right here it is. So this is the piece. Okay, so this is the piece here that goes to there. Then that goes back to the frame. Then this piece here goes back here. And here's where I showed you it wasn't not quite 90 degrees. It was maybe 80 or 85 degrees. So that's the piece right there that will go over and butt up against this piece here. And that'll be the main plow beam right there. And so I'm right in the middle of, if you look, there's two of them. It goes once over to the main beam, back on the fourth bottom, and then it goes over to the main beam on the second bottom, and that's where all these other braces kind of intertwine from that main piece right there. And then you got the frame gets bigger up here at the top, And so it's still at the early stages on the frame, but you can get a little bit of an idea. And I'll show you real quick. I'm making a second piece. I need the other piece for this one that's bent. So I was going to show you what I was going to do. Here's I got it measured out to the full length, and then it's going to need 2 bends. And right here's my one bend that goes over 90 degrees. Maybe you can see that one. And then the second bend right here goes maybe 80 degrees right there. And then here's my mark here to get it how long it's got to be. So I'll show you real quick. I'll cut this off. Okay, so that gives me the length I need. Right there, right there. Now, these bends, the way I do it, it makes it really easy is to cut a little slit in them where the bend is. Because if you put it in the bender, it doesn't bend it as tight. It rounds it more. And even if you put it in the vise and hammer it down, it's got too much of a radius. So what I do is I just put a little half a cut in them, and I'll show you real quick. So I'm going to put this right here and set it just right here horizontally in the vise. I'm going to take the bandsaw and I'm going to cut not quite halfway through the metal. It just takes a second. Right there. Just kind of more than score it. Then I'm going to turn it around. I'll do this one. And I'll cut the seam this way. Right there. Now that way I can get my bends really easy. Okay, so this is the first one. That needs to come back. And so I turn it this way. So just put that in and just don't bend it fast because it might get hot and break right off. So I just bend it kind of slow, a little bit at a time. It really bends easy. But if you tried bending it right here, you couldn't even begin to bend it. Especially you could bend it, but it would be a terrible bend, not tight. Okay, so I'm starting on that one. I'll let that go a second, and then I'll start on this one. So this one's coming all the way around, and then this one's got to come around the other way. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a tip how, if you need to bend something and you want a nice tight bend, don't go too much or too fast because it might break right off. Okay, so there's the first distance that I'm going. So now I'll just do a little bit more. Just kind of let you see it here. Okay, so I'm bringing her down. Let up maybe, bring it down a little bit more. And you can see how I made that cut. Not quite half on both of them, but it gives me a nice tight curve there. And then after that's done, then I'll take a little, maybe 4 spot welds and weld that back, and it'll be good as new. So you can see right here I'm not there yet if you compare those two. So I'm going to bring this one down, bend him some more. Thanks everybody for swinging by, and we got another 100 more subscriptions, and that's pretty cool. A lot of nice comments. I'm trying to answer some of them, and if I oh, here we go. There you can see I'm slowly getting closer. That end, and then I got to bring this one up more. But I want to show you the progress I did on the bottom. the main beam. I love it. It looks great. Let's see, a little more. Little more. There you can see I'm getting close. I'm there on this one, on this end. Right there, and then you can see I'm getting really close on this side. So let me just put it in here. But you can see how easy it bends with that notch cut in it. You just gotta go a little more there. You can feel it wanting to maybe break off. You can't. That's why you can't do it all at once. There, that's really close. So those will be the two. Those will be the two pieces here. That if you hold it up, it's close to 90 degrees, the angle, but it's not quite. And up here you can really tell it's leaning down. So I'm trying to get those two right, and then, but I can't put that long one in because then I got to come up with these other angled ones. So there's quite a bit that everything has to be held off and put together all at once. So let me bring it over here, and I'll lay it on the bench real quick, and you can get an idea. And then I'll bring the main plow part over. Okay, so this goes like this, and this will go like this, and then this will go kind of like this, and then this one will go kind of like this, and then that is my start, the very first start of this. So you can't build the steering mechanism or the hitch or anything until that frame is where it's got to be, and the linkage here that raises and lowers the back wheel, nothing can be done there. So I'm going to go right now and bring over the cool stuff that I did today. All right, hang in there. Here we go. This is cool. This is sweet. Okay, so here's kind of show it a little bit. I got the frames, the bottoms of the frames on, and I got the looking good. Very happy how it looks. We have, I think I counted 75 nuts and bolts on it so far, and I'm trying to get every nut and bolt. I got the little braces attached on the back here, and they're all of these are flexible. They're all movable. So, but anyway, I want to do one more shot, maybe like this right here. Can you kind of get it, Deborah? Let me kind of just move it so you can kind of see it, and then I'll swing it around backwards a little bit. But that is awesome. This is fun. This is really going to be fun. And you can see up here I've already got the mounting for the steering right there, but that's got a long ways to go, but very happy. For all you new subscribers and visitors, and if you missed any of the builds, people say, "Oh, Don, I wish you'd have shared the build when you did this or that." Well, a lot of the models that I built there are a lot of step-by-step photographs of me building most of them, especially all the big ones. So if you go to my blog, it's doncampbellmaker.com, and I'd say 100% of the models that I've ever built, the big ones, are on the blog, and it shows dozens and dozens of step-by-step photographs, and it shows, some of them have videos of like being finished up, and so if you ever do want to see them, And this is my daughter, Nicole. Nicole is the reason I'm back online. She said she thought that people, after being gone 8 years, people would maybe be interested in some of my latest projects. And so I'm sharing those. We're sharing like different videos, miscellaneous videos in the morning, and the toy building in the afternoon videos. I built a lot of stuff. I built a Willys Jeep. I built a Rat Rod scooter. I built 20 half-scale garden tractors, wagons, sulkies. I built a lot of stuff in the last 8 years since I've been gone. So I built you remember me, some of the last models was the Big Cat D11 dozer and the big Chessie train engine. And so any of you that have never been here before, and those of you who are just, I'm surprised every week people are still just finding out that I'm back on. They're saying, Don, glad to see you back. You know, where'd you go? And so I tell them all that I got hacked and my identity was stolen, so we got off. So it's Nicole who's responsible for bringing it all back. So thanks, Nicole. And Nicole has her own little blog, and she has her own little shop, little craft shop that she does her projects in. She has a Cricut machine, so any of you wives or girlfriends out there, or kids that might like doing crafts, Nicole shares the stuff that she makes, and she paints, and she does all kinds of different crafts. So maybe you can get a couple ideas of things that she's doing. And she just bought a Glow Forge machine, and she's doing all kinds of really neat stuff with the Glow Forge. And so maybe you can get ideas of things. Maybe you know somebody with the Glow Forge, and you can maybe get ideas from Nicole for those kind of things. So okay, it's still snowing, and they're saying, did you see, Deb, that we supposed to get maybe 3 inches of snow again?
No, I didn't.
So it hasn't even stopped snowing. I hand shoveled the driveway again this morning, and I cleaned the car off, and it's still spitting snow. So we could get another, I think, 3 inches tonight, maybe 4 inches again tomorrow. The Great Lakes are not froze, so this cold air goes over the Great Lakes, the moisture comes up, and the lake effect snow machine kicks on, and nobody else in the state, in the middle part of the state, hardly gets the lake effect, but it seems like there's certain spots that do, and Gaylord, Michigan is one of them. So we are definitely a snow belt, but we're used to it. It's no big deal. It's actually been a mild winter, and nobody's complaining. So, hey everybody, happy Monday night, and we'll catch you tomorrow night. And hopefully I should get quite a bit done on the frame tomorrow. So I'm excited because once the frame's done, then I can start doing all the other cool stuff. So, okay, see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.